person has to be just a one of a kind. How many dollars do I need?
My car is packed and I'm ready to go camping. This is going to be my first solo camping trip, taking my car out. So I'm going to be gone for a few days because I won't have internet. I totally just found this. I don't know. It's obviously an old chimney, but I saw a different one when I was going to that one. And now I just found this one. How cool. See, that's the one I saw, and I was going to that one. I totally missed that one. Cool. Kind of crazy, but for whatever reason, that tree looks really magical to me. I think it's because of the really random branches just growing in a really weird way. But now I have an idea for a character that I really want them to be able to talk to trees. So look for that in an upcoming novel. Here's my campsite. Trying to make dinner. I made a bunch of mistakes and I forgot a bunch of things, so I'm trying to make do with what I actually have. Good. Would recommend. I did it. I started this fire all by myself and I forgot half the things needed, like paper and cardboard. So I had to start cutting things apart and making it into kindling, but it worked. I have a fire now. Good morning. I just made it through the night. It's my first time staying in the car. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm in the back seat. There's the back window. It actually worked pretty well. The only issue was that my legs are too long, and of course sleeping sideways across the car is a little rough when you have longer legs. So I woke up probably 3 or 4 times just because I really needed to stretch my legs out. And so I just kind of would flip my legs up over the driver's seat here and then just stretch into the driver's seat. And that probably was like at least 3 or 4 times. But like comfort-wise, like other than that, comfort-wise, it was really good. I really enjoyed sleeping in here. I was really happy with that. It's quiet. I could faintly hear that some of the neighbors were up until like 2 in the morning because I went to bed by like 10 o'clock. I could faintly hear because I woke, and it wasn't that they woke me up, it was because I woke up because I was moving around, that I could hear that the neighbors were still up. I was like, oh, if I was in a tent, that'd be really annoying because they're gonna be really loud. And it's breezy here. I don't really notice it too much, but when you're outside, I know that it's windy all the time. And, you know, tent flaps and makes a bunch of noise, so I was like, I'm really glad to not be in a tent. But for a few, I'm gonna try. I've been debating, because I brought a tent with me. I've been debating if tonight I should sleep in the tent because then I can stretch my legs out, or if I should just stay in the back seat. Right now, I'm thinking about staying in the back seat again and just dealing with it. But we'll see how I feel after being out and about all day, because we're at a Renaissance Festival today. So we'll see how I feel. But for future, I've been like sitting here this morning trying to wake up. And I've been thinking about things I want to do to the car for when I do this in the future. So instead of, I have these things, they're way too big. I cut them ginormously too big. They're way too big. They're not gonna work. was like, okay, what can I do for curtains instead of these ginormous cardboard things that even if I get them cut to size, I don't think they're gonna work as well as I want them to. So instead, I'm thinking about running a curtain, like that's got suction cups, so I would suction cup it to the back and then suction cup it to the front, and then put a string and put like a command hook right here, and then put curtains on it, and that way I can only use it when I'm camping, like right now, and then take it down when I'm not using it. Do that to both sides. The front, you can tell I just put my normal sun visor up. The back, I put so much stuff up there because I want to put, I learned from all the van lifers, don't put anything on the front seat in case you have to leave. So I left my keys hanging here so I could get to them just in case I needed them. I'm in a campground, so I should be fine, but just in case I'm by myself. And I put nothing in the front seat. The front seat's completely empty. I could just climb from the back seat to the front seat and drive away if I really needed to. I learned that from all the van lifers, so thank you van lifers for that tip. This sleeping bag was really warm. I could tell it's cold out there, but my warm light sleeping bag lives up to its name. It was really, really warm. I'm very happy to have had it. So, oh, and then the other thing I want to do is I want to try for the next trip. I have a weird cough this morning. I don't know why. I want to take out the passenger seat and build a cot instead. That way I could stretch out long ways, and then I'd be able to sleep zero problems inside the car. Then I could literally just sleep flawlessly. And I would do a lot more camping, car camping. It'd be so fun. It'd be really, really fun. I feel really safe inside the car. I feel really secure. It's warmer. I don't know, I just really like being in the car. I don't have to worry about the setup and tear down of a tent. Like, I just don't like dealing with all that. So, if I can make those changes in the future, I think car camping will be really fun for me. So, there you go. There's my report from the first night here. Hikes. I have these. Oh my gosh, you can barely tell anything that I'm wearing, but yeah. I'm ready for the Renaissance Festival. I have my necklace. It's a very, very loose gender bend on Arthur from BBC Merlin. So, very, very loose interpretation. I have armor and a sword and all that, but I don't have my Merlin, so I can't put on my armor. And you're not allowed to bring swords to this Renaissance Festival, so no sword. But I do have everything I need.
Hello, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the thing.
I think they're deep too.
We're slowing down.
I just got back from the Renaissance Festival and I just wanted to show you what I got. I didn't get anything crazy. I got this ring. I had a Claddagh ring. I hope you can see this. If I do the Instagrammer thing, will it work? No. Oh, you can do it. I believe in you. Well, I'm sure you can kind of see it. I pull it back. I don't know why it won't focus on it. It won't, but I used to have one. I had a Claddagh ring, and I lost it in the move, and I really, really wanted one. And so I was really bummed. So I got this one today. It's sterling silver, so I got that today. And I got this candle, and the lady who makes it, she puts like intention into them, and this glitter on the top. It smells really, really good. So I really love candles with intention because like when you burn them, that means you're burning them with the same intention, and like it's just your intention and their intention all together. So it's really beautiful. So I'm really excited about these candles. She, like, when I picked it out and like as she was wrapping it up, she like said, she's like, you know what, I'm gonna bless this a little bit extra for you. And so she like gave an extra blessing over this candle like as she was wrapping it up for me. So if you're looking for amazing candles, Sanctum Folklorica's Candleworks. It's not going to focus on that either. I'll take a picture. She makes really, really awesome candles. So, yeah, I'm excited. So that's what I got today. I saw all the tournament stuff because that's like my favorite part. I went to all the tournament stuff. I went to a couple of different acrobat shows, inspire shows, some knife throwing shows. What else did I do? They had a torture chamber. Like a museum, a torture chamber in the museum, and so I went and got and saw those. It was like $3. So I went to go see those, and that was really interesting. And yeah, it was just really fun. It reminded me a lot of like the Colorado Renaissance Fair, which I had gotten used to. Being up here in Maine, they don't have anything quite that big in the state of Maine, so I went down to King Richards in Massachusetts, and it's been pretty cool. And I'm staying at Miles Standish State Forest. For my camping trip. So yeah, that's a little bit of an update, and you just saw all the footage of a lot of the things that I saw there. Just sitting here, not even burning this candle, I can smell it. This is gonna be great. Another really random thing, even though I don't have my armor on, I was still wearing my pouches on and standing and walking around, but I've worn my armor. I don't have full armor, but I have a fair bit that I wear, not off my right side. No, my left side. It's off my left side. I have a fair bit of armor that I wear. I have a chest piece, a pauldron, I do have a chainmail, top, I have a sword, I have a dagger, but because I don't have my Merlin with me, I couldn't wear them. But it's like a random writing thing because I have it and because I've worn it. I know exactly how sore you are after taking it off. Just that little bit of armor. I know how sore you get wearing all that. And so like I was just thinking, oh, it's really helpful as a fantasy writer. Because I know I can, accurately describe wearing armor and like how to put it on and take it off. It's kind of hard, and that some of it you really do need another person to help you put it on. But yeah, it was just funny because I was like, oh man, I'm so sore. I'm not even as sore as I have been when I wore armor. So that was really funny. But yeah, the random things that you know that makes you a better writer is knowing what it feels like to wear armor. Yeah, it was really fun I always stood on the side with the woman knight. I couldn't hear her name, but
She was awesome. She's BA. She ended up winning this time, so yeah. Soup for dinner and listening to my audiobook. That's what I've been doing, is listening to the 35th anniversary annotated edition of The Sword of Shannara by Terry Brooks. Because I got it from Libby. So I've been listening to that while I eat my dinner for the last couple days. And it's been really nice. The narrator has a really good voice. Campfire round 2. The neighbors, they have a violin and something else at my campsite, and they're playing the Game of Thrones theme song, and I'm loving it. I'm having a wonderful time listening to them. They're really good. I don't know what the instruments are, but something's like violin-like, and then the other one is something really deep stringed instrument. I don't know what it is, but I'm loving listening to them. Good morning. It's day 2. I literally just woke up a couple minutes ago. I slept a lot better last night. I think I was just really tired from being out all day, walking around at the Renaissance Festival, and I had a little bit more of a routine. I kind of knew what I was doing, and yeah, just kind of was doing my thing. So, I only woke up once to stretch my legs, but other than that, like being in the squished up position that I'm in, really wasn't that bad the second night. I still wouldn't look forward to it. I'd still rather make the changes that I talked about yesterday, but in a pinch it does work, and I can sleep, and it's not too bad. Not as windy last night as it was the night before, which was nice because then it's cold. Last night was still really cold, but like, I put on extra pair of pants. Like, I have 2 layers of pants on, whereas 2 nights ago I only wore 1 pair of pants. So I don't know, I was happy, I was comfy. This warm light bag makes all the difference. If you're gonna be camping anywhere, just buy a really nice warm sleeping bag. My suggestion is warm weight, but don't skimp out on a sleeping bag. Buy a really nice one.
Journaling at breakfast.
I've got a tight grip on reality, but I can't let go of what's in front of me here. Think again, when the hand you wanna hold is a weapon and nothing but skin. Oh, 'cause